The insights from your most sophisticated model are worthless if they look like a mess on a slide, and the brilliant business impact that you are presenting does more harm than good if it's done in a confusing visual. In this installment of our Data Analyst LLM Masterclass, we turn your model results into a compelling narrative by perfecting your story with ChatGPT, today on ArtScience. Hey there, I'm Kevin Hartman, Associate Professor at the University of Notre Dame and founder of the Art+Science Analytics Institute, where our mission is to make you a better data analyst. You have successfully navigated the first 4 stages of this series. You have structured your intent, you have cleaned your data, you've sparred with your biases, and you've coded a robust model. Now, you face what may be your biggest challenge, telling the story. In this video, we are not asking the LLM to write code for you. We are hiring it as your cinematographer to ensure your stakeholders see your storyline immediately. We're going to lock that script, select the right visual lens, and run a test screening to ensure your message hits home every time. An LLM is a terrible artist. You should never ask it to draw a chart for you because it will likely hallucinate axes and invent data points. However, the LLM is an excellent visual strategist. It has ingested the entire corpus of data visualization theory from Edward Tufte to Stephen Few to Donna Wong to David McCandless. It understands the cognitive load of different visual patterns and which lens makes an insight pop versus what obscures it. Think of your insight as having a specific shape, just like a scene in a movie requires a specific camera angle. If you are showing a ranking, you need a stable wide shot, which is a bar chart. If you are showing a relationship between variables, you need a complex 2-shot, which is a scatter plot. If you are showing a flow, you need a tracking shot, like a Sankey diagram. To do this well, we will use AI to identify the correct cinematic approach instead of just settling for whatever default chart your software provides. A beautiful visual cannot save a bad script. Before we choose a chart type, we must confirm the plot using the SCQM framework. That stands for situation, complication, question, and main message. We use the LLM as a story editor to tweak these elements, ensuring that the final visual highlights exactly what the stakeholder cares about. I've included a link in the description to a document that will give you a number of really important, very well-written prompts to guide you through this process. But basically, here's what you're trying to do with the LLM in hand. You tell the AI to act as a story editor and give it your framework. The situation must be an uncontroversial statement of fact. The complication is the challenge in that situation. The question is what the stakeholder wants answered is the result of that complication being introduced to the situation. And the main message is your single provocative answer to that question. By defining the narrative arc first and the elements of your story, you ensure these charts that you produce have a clear purpose to support. Once your script is locked, we just don't jump into Python or R. These are tools for exploration. They are not for client-ready presentation. For the premiere, we use polished tools like Flourish Studio, Tableau, or Data Wrapper. Your role here is to act as the director and ask your cinematographer which visual metaphor you should use. Now, when you use that link in the description to get to the prompts we've written, you'll use the prompt that tells the AI to act as a data cinematographer and an expert in quantitative aesthetics. You'll provide the main message and your audience, and you'll command the AI to identify the visual pattern that matches the insight you are trying to show them. The AI will recommend the single most effective chart type and explain why that specific lens forces the viewer to see the message immediately. This is the killer app for LLMs in visualization. You need to know if your chart works before you premiere it to your audience. In the professional world, we call this the colleague test, where you show a chart to someone with zero context to see if they understand it. You can now simulate this by uploading a screenshot of your chart to the LLM or describing it in extreme detail. You tell the AI to act as a busy executive who has never seen this data before. You ask it, what is the very first thing you notice? What is the main takeaway? What is confusing about the labels? We set strict constraints here. The title must be fewer than 6 words. The headline must be an active declarative statement under 12 words. If the AI has to guess at the meaning of these highly defined and well-constructed elements of your chart, that chart has failed. Visual clarity is not an artistic choice. It is a business requirement. Look, you have done the hard work of building and validating the model and pulling out the insight, so don't throw it all away here by presenting a blurry movie. Use the LLM to choose the right lens, prepare your data, and most importantly, screen your work. If an AI cannot understand your chart in 5 seconds, your CEO won't understand it either. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, take a moment and subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with anyone who you think is interested in data analytics. We are bringing new, exciting, and important videos on data analytics to this channel, and we would love to have you there for the journey. Also, be sure to check out the links in the description for additional ArtScience resources, and sign up for our newsletter to get exclusive tips, course updates, and more directly to your inbox. In the final part of our series in the next video, we will move to the ultimate defensive move, red teaming. We will use ChatGPT to challenge our assumptions, find flaws, and prepare for a high-stakes Q&A session. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.